We have just checked into our room in the not at all sunny and the not at all warm Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's cold out there and there's nobody out in town. We pulled into town and there's nobody anywhere. The Starbucks is completely empty, completely. Pretty weird coming into a big town like this and nobody out and about. I do have a box of pennies. I've stopped at a couple of banks and looked for $half and didn't get any. But I'm going to get into some pennies tonight and try to get, hopefully, well, we'll see what we find. Here's my box of pennies. And I brought my gear along for just such an emergency. So let's tear right into these and see what we find tonight. On our way out west to Arizona, I just had to stop at the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo. I've been wanting to see this place for a long time. It's a shame the cars look like they do now. It's not what it started out as when the fella put them there years ago, but it's still pretty cool to see this. My first roll had 6 copper pennies. I hope we do a little better than that. My second roll starts off with a wheat penny. I thought it might be, but I couldn't see it for sure. But it's a 1955D. There's one. I got a real slick table, so I may have problems tonight. And I don't have my mat with me. That's bad. So, there's an 82. Copper dropped just a smidge. It was at a little bit over 2.5 cents each per penny, and now it is exactly 2.5 cents each per penny. But the market just does that. It's up and down. Silver is down. Silver was at 25. Now it's at 22 something. It's a crazy world out there. Crypto is just going wacko. It was up quite a bit yesterday. I haven't seen today. I've been on the road all day. So I'll have to go. We'll see what it's done. We're staying in a pretty nice hotel. It's a pretty big name, and it looks like it used to be just a really fancy place, but you know, the years have caught up with it, and it's not quite, looks like it's not quite what it was in its heyday. $83, I'll weigh that one in a minute. Like 7 coppers there. In my 6th row, I found a Canadian, 1981. Las Cruces is so close to the Mexican border. I wonder if you ever find any Mexican coins in the change down here. You'd certainly think so. This is my 8th roll, and I found my 2nd wheat penny. The copper has not been real good. 1948. It's number 2. Boy, we were coming across, southern Arizona today, and there's just so many miles and miles and miles of practically wasteland desert. I don't know how else to describe it, except the fact there's another wheat penny. Cool, 1945. Somebody had, I guess, got a good water source, and there was thousands and thousands of acres of pecan trees. Amazing. So we looked it up, and Arizona is, I think it said the 3rd top pecan grower, following Georgia first and New Mexico second, and then after Arizona was Texas. Anyway, there's 3 wheat pennies, cool beans. I did check the crypto, and they've dropped back a little bit, which is what I thought they'd do. Usually when they jump up real fast, they taper back off a little bit. Hey, I'm in the very next row, and there's another one. 1942, Philadelphia. Cool. Well, maybe I'll get a lot of wheat pennies to make up for the not getting 3 pounds of copper. So far at this rate, there's just no way. I've wondered, being out west here, if you'd find a lot more S pennies. And I've found a few, maybe a little bit more than I'm used to. But I wouldn't say that it's been a lot. Here is wheat penny number 5. I think this is my 15th roll, 1957D. Now this is the 16th roll, and there's wheat penny number 7. 6, sorry, number 6. 1946. Cool. So far, and this is my 16th roll, I have had 1 roll that had 9. All the rest had less. Now my 21st roll, and there's wheat penny number 7. 1946, Philly. Cool. So the last roll that I just went through had 2 copper pennies in it. And I really haven't found any more S's, so maybe you don't find that many more here, I don't know. Let's weigh the 83. Zinc. The 22nd roll I had only 5, but it did have an S, so there's 1 more. I'm not necessarily, I have a bunch of them now. I've saved it. I'll try to stick these aside and just see what I come up with. 24th roll, I found another Canadian. I did also find last roll another one of the S pennies. Oh, and a couple rolls back I found a 2009 as well, but that's my second copper Canadian penny there. I did also get a roll that had 11 coppers in it, so that's my big one there. I've gone through half the box and I'm really tired. I'll try to finish tomorrow. Good night. Start heading toward Dallas, but I don't think we'll make it that far today. When I was a young man, I lived in Odessa, so I'm hoping that we might make it there. Today we're hoping to find us a big steak dinner somewhere. Here's the fourth row in the second half, and here's wheat penny number 9. So the copper is definitely not substantial, but the wheat pennies are looking pretty good. I'll show you a picture of this great big box truck we're driving. Way, way, way bigger than we need. We've got 2 large pallets. They're double length pallets. And side by side. And that's all there is for this massive 26-foot truck. And it's just beating us to death. Ten in that row. 8th roll in the second half, and there it is. Number 10, 10th wheat penny. Hopefully I'll get a few more still. Pretty cool. That last little video I made, I said there was 10, but there was actually 11. There was one more penny I hadn't looked at up above, and the next row had 2. I have found a couple more 2009s. $82. Here's my 17th row in this second half, and there's wheat penny number 11. The copper is not good, you know. I guess I'll probably get 2 pounds. Far, far, far from 3. I don't even have my scale to measure, but I know for sure that it's not going to. On this trip that we're on, another cool thing is my wife got to go to 4 new states: Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. Those are states she'd never been to before. So that's pretty cool. In this second half of our trip, we're hoping to be a little bit more relaxed, even though the truck is still beating us up. We're just watching the weather as we head home to make sure we're in safe driving, and hopefully some really nice meals ahead of us. Well, I finished going through all the rolls, and it's over 2 pounds, but it's most definitely not 3. But I don't know exactly, but it'll get weighed when I get home. After I mentioned it early on, seeing how many S pennies I had found a few in the beginning and just threw them in the box. And then it occurred to me, hey, I'm out west. Let's see if we find more S's than usual. I only found 5 more. I don't feel like that's like going, oh yeah, they're all out west. So anyway, that's where that's at. 2009s, Canadians, and my 11 wheat pennies. Fun box still. Let's hit the road. I think I'll try to pick up one more box at least while I'm out on the road, hopefully in Texas, over in Odessa. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and stay warm.